The movie Who Am I, featuring the international and multiple award-winning actor Jackie Chan, will always be a classic. Anyone who has seen this movie can never forget the iconic moment Jackie Chan raises his hands in frustration and screams, "Who am I?" Many today ask the same question. The difference between them and Jackie is that Jackie lost his memory as a result of a freak accident. What, however, inspires this question in so many others is often a result of existential crisis. The truth is, many do not know who they are. And the reason is simple: they do not know how they came to be. Diego finds himself drifting into depressive thoughts often. Working in middle management in a job he hates, 10 years in a childless marriage to someone he isn't even sure he likes, talk less of loving, Wednesday and Subway's meetings in a local church he cares nothing about. John struggles with his identity. He often catches himself wondering, who am I, why do I act the way I do, and why was I born? The answer to these is in understanding that he is a product of three major factors: nature, nurture, and free will. Understanding this will provide answers to his questions. And in this video, we look at the beautiful interaction of these factors and how they might provide answers to Diego's questions. The trajectory of an individual's life, like Diego's, is a complex tapestry woven from various interconnected threads: family dynamics, genetics, environment, and personal choices. Understanding these factors can provide insights into why Diego feels lost and why he questions his identity. Each of these elements, nature, nurture, and personal agency, plays a crucial role in shaping not just who Diego is, but how he perceives himself and his purpose. Family dynamics, the roots of Diego's identity. Family is often the first and most enduring influence on an individual's development. It serves as the foundation upon which our sense of self is built, influencing everything from our earliest memories to our deepest beliefs and behaviors. For Diego, his family dynamics have played a significant role in shaping his identity, affecting both his conscious and subconscious mind. Genetic influences, the blueprint of Diego's being. At the most basic level, Diego's identity is influenced by genetics, the traits he inherited from his parents. Genetics determine various aspects of our physical appearance, cognitive capabilities, and even our predispositions towards certain behaviors and health conditions. For Diego, these genetic factors might explain parts of his personality, such as his propensity for introspection or his struggle with depressive thoughts. For instance, if there is a family history of mood disorders, Diego might be genetically predisposed to experience similar challenges. Genetics could also influence his physical stamina, his resilience to stress, and even his response to environmental stimuli, all of which could shape how he navigates the world. Understanding these genetic underpinnings helps clarify that some aspects of Diego's identity were set in motion before he was even born. Environmental influences within the family, the soil in which Diego grew. Beyond genetics, Diego's immediate family environment has significantly influenced his development. The family is the first social group where values, norms, and beliefs are introduced and reinforced. For Diego, these early interactions would have laid the groundwork for his worldview, influencing his ideas about success, love, duty, and fulfillment. If Diego grew up in a household where emotional expression was discouraged, or where success was strictly defined by traditional metrics such as financial stability or social status, it might have led him to internalize these values, shaping his life choices accordingly. These internalized beliefs could explain why he stayed in a job he dislikes or a marriage that does not fulfill him, choices driven more by duty and societal expectations than by personal satisfaction. Family values and behavioral patterns, the scripts Diego follows. The values and behavioral patterns Diego observed and learned in his family setting are powerful forces. They form the script by which he navigates life. If his family emphasized hard work over happiness or stability over exploration, Diego might find himself trapped in a life that looks successful on the outside but feels empty on the inside. The pressure to conform to family expectations can be overwhelming, leading to choices that prioritize others' approval over personal joy. Environmental influences, shaping opportunities and challenges. While family dynamics set the stage, the broader environment shapes the performance. Diego's life is influenced by a wide array of external factors, from the socio-economic conditions he was raised in to the cultural and societal norms that surround him. These environmental factors serve as both opportunities and constraints, guiding his decisions and shaping his identity. Socio-economic status and opportunities. The boundaries of Diego's world. Diego's socio-economic background plays a crucial role in shaping his life. Growing up in a middle-class family, for instance, would have provided him with certain privileges, such as access to education and healthcare, while also setting expectations for success and stability. These expectations might have led Diego to pursue a career path that promised financial security, even if it did not align with his passions or interests. Conversely, if Diego's socio-economic environment was more constrained, with limited access to resources or opportunities, he might feel trapped in his current job, seeing it as the best available option. The pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle, or the fear of financial instability, can prevent individuals from pursuing their true passions, leading to dissatisfaction and existential questioning. Cultural norms and societal expectations, the invisible forces shaping Diego's choices. Culture and society exert a powerful influence on our choices, often in ways we are not consciously aware of. Diego's participation in church meetings, despite his lack of interest, reflects the power of cultural norms and societal expectations. In many communities, religious involvement is seen as a marker of morality and social belonging. For Diego, attending church might be less about personal belief and more about meeting societal expectations, avoiding judgment, or maintaining social connections. These cultural norms can create internal conflicts as individuals feel pressured to conform to societal standards even when they contradict personal desires. Diego's sense of identity is thus shaped not only by his personal beliefs, but by the expectations of the community around him, leading to a dissonance that fuels his existential crisis. Broader environmental influences, the world beyond Diego's control. Environmental factors extend beyond the immediate social circle to include broader influences such as media, politics, and global events. Exposure to media, for instance, can shape one's values, aspirations, and sense of self-worth. If Diego is constantly exposed to media messages that equate success with wealth and status, it could reinforce feelings of inadequacy or failure, especially if he does not measure up to these ideals. Global events, such as economic downturns or political instability, can also impact individual well-being. They can create a sense of uncertainty and fear, which may exacerbate feelings of helplessness or hopelessness. For Diego, these broader environmental factors add another layer of complexity to his identity crisis, making it harder for him to find a sense of purpose and direction. Personal choices, Diego's role in his own life. Despite the powerful influences of family and environment, Diego retains the power of personal choice. While his genetic makeup and external circumstances set the stage, it is his choices that ultimately determine the direction of his life. Understanding this is key to Diego's journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. The onset of personal agency, when Diego's choices began to matter. Personal agency, the ability to make choices and act independently, typically begins to emerge in adolescence as individuals start to question and explore the world around them. For Diego, this period would have been marked by a growing awareness of his desires, fears, and aspirations. However, the transition from dependence to autonomy is fraught with challenges. Societal pressures, family expectations, and internalized beliefs can all inhibit the expression of true personal choice. Diego's current state of dissatisfaction suggests that his personal choices have been heavily influenced by external factors. He may have chosen his career and lifestyle based on what he thought he should do rather than what he wanted to do. Recognizing this is the first step toward reclaiming his agency. By acknowledging that he has the power to change his circumstances, Diego can begin to make choices that align more closely with his true self. The power of personal choices, redefining Diego's life. Personal choices play a pivotal role in shaping an individual's life trajectory. For Diego, the realization that he has the power to choose differently can be liberating. It opens up the possibility of pursuing a career that aligns with his passions, ending a marriage that no longer serves him, or finding a community that resonates with his beliefs. These choices, while difficult, are essential for Diego to move from a place of existential crisis to one of fulfillment and purpose. The process of making these choices involves introspection and courage. It requires Diego to confront his fears, challenge societal expectations, and embrace uncertainty. But in doing so, he has the opportunity to live a life that is not defined by his circumstances or by the expectations of others, but by his own desires and values. Diego's struggle with identity is a product of the complex interplay between genetics, family dynamics, environmental factors, and personal choices. Each element has contributed to shaping who he is and how he perceives his life. Understanding this interplay is crucial for Diego to unravel the layers of his identity and find a sense of purpose. By acknowledging the role of genetics and environment, Diego can understand why he feels the way he does. By recognizing his personal agency, he can begin to make choices that reflect his true self. This journey of self-discovery is not easy, but it is essential for Diego to move from a place of questioning to one of understanding, from a state of disconnection to one of wholeness. In the end, the question, "Who am I?" is not just about finding a fixed identity, but about embracing the fluidity of life. It is about recognizing that we are constantly evolving, shaped by our experiences, our environment, and the choices we make. For Diego, the path to understanding himself lies not in finding a definitive answer, but in embracing the journey of self-discovery, where every choice is an opportunity to redefine who he is and who he wants to be.